What's going on? This is Lawrence D. Adams. Yes, I'm back. Hey, I'm back on Facebook. Back on Facebook, back on YouTube. We are going live. Today we're talking about character development in the game, The Mirror 2. You have to watch yesterday because we dropped so many gems on the power of the mirror. And if you didn't know, this is when spirituality and the game collide. You have the thinking class. And if you don't get it, it's your own ass fault. So today we're talking about the mirror, looking into the mirror. Yesterday we talked about the importance of the mirror, but today we're going to go even further and going and talking about the mirror. You need to look at a mirror and see the truth about who you are. Many people are looking in a cracked mirror and don't even know it, and they don't see the true reflection of who they are. Hey, we about to get started right now. Join us now as we go live. Here's the intro. Hey, and I got a story. You want to stay to the end and hear the story that I talk about at the end about the mirror. You want to stay to the end. So I'm going to tell a story that happened to me in junior high school about the mirror. Talk to you. Here we go. We're going live. Here we go. Bow. Oh, really? Yo, I'm okay. Now I had the mic off. So you don't want to miss today because I go and tell a story at the end of the broadcast of what happened to me in junior high school when I actually applied this, what I'm talking about, the mirror and what took place. Shout out to everyone. Thank you. You couldn't hear me. We are live on Instagram. I mean, not Instagram. We're on Facebook and on YouTube. We back on Facebook, figured out the problem, got it dissolved. We are back. So we're going to talk about the mirror, development in the game. You know, when we talk about the game, as we got Facebook here now, we're not talking about the game on the street. We're talking about strategies, game as in strategies. So you don't want to miss today as I begin to talk about at the end, the story, what took place when I looked in the mirror in junior high school, way back in junior high school. Hey, Ellen, I'm waiting for him to come on. Shout out to everyone. Shout out to, let's get everybody in the, Joe Blast. Shout out to Sharice. Shout out to Rain and Womb. Shout out to True Savage Sigma. What's going on? What's going on, Tribe? Get the likes up. Yes, you don't want to miss it there because we're talking about character development in the game. And we talk about the mirror too. We live. Guess what? We're back on Facebook. We're back on Facebook.
Wow.
Back on Facebook, man.
We're back on Facebook.
Back on Facebook.
And we're talking about the mirror.
Right. We're talking about the mirror. Number 2. So you don't want to miss. If you missed yesterday, the highlights, go listen to the highlights. We got them on YouTube. Dude, them clips were good. I got more clips to grab from yesterday. There was so many clips from yesterday, man. So many highlights that you need to go back and get. I'm telling you, but I want you to make sure you listen to the end today and get the story that took place when I was in junior high school with the mirror. Something took place when high school with the mirror. It ain't what y'all think. Shout out to Jonathan W. Shout out to William. Yeah, what's going on? Everyone is here. Shout out to everyone. Dude, man, what an awesome stream yesterday. The energy was like on high octane yesterday.
Absolutely. And we felt it. You know why? Because the energy was brought by the entire group that was here.
Yes, it was. Oh, Jonathan W. already started dropping the clips. You got to go back and check them out. They're already up. Yesterday's clips. I got to grab one more part from yesterday's clips, and I'm going to upload it. It is fire. Yesterday was fire. So no telling what's going to happen today. But the energy, like you said, was because of everyone that was in the chat room, in the thinking class. The thinking class showed up yesterday. This wasn't a one-man show, two-man show, three-man show. This was a collective energy level that took place. And I know everybody comes in around this time and greets each other. So that's why I understand the nature of what we're doing. But
absolutely,
shout out to everybody. Yeah, we got the there we go. We got the like. Shout out to you on Facebook. But I will say this, and we're going to sort of dive right into far as with the mirror. And if you're on Facebook, get the likes up, hearts, whatever like that, because I can see them. And you can comment too, because I know some people be looking in the clouds even on Facebook, because we're back, baby. We back. I talked to somebody. Actually, you know what funny? It's funny, John. I talked to somebody. What was it about? Yesterday, I talked to someone, and she asked me, was I still doing a stream and was I on Facebook? It's funny. I talked to her yesterday, and she's like, she's asking me a question about a particular subject, and I answered the question. Then she asked me, are you still doing the streaming on Facebook? I said, you know what? And I explained to her what the reasons were. I said, somehow today, I said, let me try it and see what happens. And look, we're here today. Yeah. You
can't explain it, right?
Can't explain it. It cannot explain it.
Happy it works. We thank God it works.
Yeah, thank God it works. Yo, I suggest everyone go get the clips. Yeah, the clips I put the clips up. You got two. I put 2 clips on: Real Intimacy and I forget the other one. Real Intimacy and Quality Over Quantity. They are up. And then I got to get the last part of yesterday because it was something said powerful. Get those clips will definitely help the channel expose and message to the instant gratifications. Right. Yeah, the clips are up. So we're going to go right into today's teaching about the mirror. You have to look into the mirror to really find you. You have to look into the mirror to really find you. And something we said yesterday, sometimes people's mirror, we didn't even go a little bit, we go a little bit deeper. Some people's mirrors are dirty, broken, has an image that doesn't look like them, and they have not cleaned off the mirror that's inside of them and see who they really are.
It's true. It's true. We all have the image of the fun house, right?
Mm-hmm.
You go to the circus and there's the fun house that has all the different shaped mirrors, and some mirrors make you look, short and fat, and the other mirrors make you look tall and skinny, and then you have other mirrors that may even have like a kaleidoscope look to it where you are doubled and tripled on the image. Well, you have to understand that from a subconscious standpoint, we do that to ourselves. Even though the image has its look and what you look like in reality, we will look in a mirror and change the perception of what we are to fit a certain point, to fit a certain mold. And it's not actually used to our benefit. Okay. Sometimes when you change the perception of yourself, you are actually trying to adapt or trying to put yourself in a situation where you fit, where you may not feel like you're fitting. But what I have to tell you is you have to get back to the essence, get back to the real image, the person that you know who you are. Okay, I went around the robin here because I wanted you to get the visual image that sometimes when you look at your reflection and it doesn't look like what you think it's supposed to be, it's because you're supposed to do some of that self-work. Self-work is due, and self-work is mandatory to get back on track. When you look in the mirror and say, listen, you know what? And I'm not just talking about the physical reflecting mirror. I'm talking about when you go inside and you really honestly say, is this what makes me happy? Is this the image I want to portray? Okay. If we're going to define some of these words, listen, portrayal is basically an act. Okay. It's not the act of making up, it's the way you behave. And is your portrayal the image that you want to emit, that you want to go to sleep at night comfortably being?
Yeah, two things. I'm glad you said that. Who did their homework assignment?
Did they do it?
Yeah, homework last night. Who did their homework assignment last night? This is the thinking class. Who did their homework last night? Because you said something. What are you trying? We need to know who did their homework. We had a homework assignment last night. All right. Thank you, John. The W did his homework assignment last night. It was a treatment that we gave. Thank you. You did it. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Let me. My dog. I hope not. Okay, you did your homework assignment last night. So yeah, let me. Good. I appreciate everybody doing their homework assignment last night. Something that you said, Jano, and it's so prevalent right now. You could be emitting an image that's not truly you.
It's true.
You could be emitting an image and you're reflecting this out into the world. But the reality of it is the real mirror inside of you, you're somebody else. So there's no congruency in what you put out there and who you truly are.
It's true. And we get, our image gets defaced. You know how it gets defaced? By the world. The way we want to adapt to the way the world wants to accept us. Okay. We think, some people think they need to shape their channel on the YouTube streets around the way they get a response from the people. And that's not correct. Your actual authenticity gives you the merit and the certification or what they call the validation to be who you are. You see what I'm saying? Your audience, if you stay authentic, then your audience will be there. You shouldn't be sitting here afraid of not being you or being your true self so that you could, basically clout chase and become a bigger personality. Right. You're better off looking for your real audience. If your audience is controlling you, then you aren't the personality. The channel belongs to the people at that point.
Right. and sooner or later, what's going to really happen. We really cut to the chase, cut to the meat of the matter. It's going to eat you up alive because you're not being who you truly are. How do I know that? Been there, bingo.
I went and bought a green screen. I got a green screen right here next to me, right?
Mm-hmm.
I can pull the green screen out, throw it behind me, and act like I'm in Hawaii, and give you like a whole meditative look or whatever. But you know what? At the true heart of it, what am I? I'm a technician, okay? I'm a computer specialist, okay? I'm a technical specialist. I understand and love technology. So what you see behind me is a reflection of who I really am. I want you to see tech. I want you to see my capabilities. It would not be my true authentic self if I didn't put the image up as if it would look like the way I think it should be. You know, I don't want to be guru status yet. You know what I'm saying? I already am guru status, but in my lane. You see what I'm saying?
Right. So your mirror that you have in who you are is always reflected by what's around you.
This little XLR mic, that wire would upset some people. To me, I'm comfortable around wiring and technology and metal and steampunk pipes and stuff like that. To me, that's my vibe.
Right.
That it gives me personality.
While me, I gotta have Leo on the back.
You want Leo. You got the RGB going.
Yeah.
You want the lighting to be right. You want to show the level of superiority in your particular vibe that works. And that's why the image looks correct. If you look at some people's streams, you know, not to judge anybody, but hey, you look like you're sitting in the dark. Like, I'm like, you spend all that money to be in the dark?
Oh, I know what you're talking about. So look what's going on, Alonzo.
Right?
Yeah. I'm like, wait a minute.
You don't spend tens of thousands of dollars on PTZ cameras and Philips Hue ensemble. I'm talking about thousands of dollars worth of lighting and remote lighting capabilities to sit in the dark.
No. So this goes to our about the mirror part two is this. This is something that governor used to say, your environment is always speaking to you.
Oh, see how true that is? That's a blessing right there.
Yeah, let me shout out to Governor Cedric Thompson. He always say, I can hear him now saying it in my ear, Doc, the environment is always prophesying or speaking to you. It's always mirroring who you are or where you are at. Many times we have not taken the time to slow down and look in our environment and what is it saying back to us? It's never, as we said yesterday, it's never the other person. It's always you.
It's true. And that's where the real critique comes from. The reflection of your image, right, is going to be an example in everything you touch, right? The way, just because you bought something that maybe other people may have, that chair, somebody else may have that chair, but they're not using it the way you're using it. You know why? Because it's a reflection of your personality and what you are dealing with on the inside. It has a different comfort level than someone else. Somebody else, some person may be using that in a salon. Somebody else may be using it on a porch. You know what I'm saying? It has different uses and purposes, but the way it makes you feel good is in its place it's in right now. And it literally ends up being a piece of the puzzle of your happiness.
Right. Yeah, somebody needs to catch that. Catch that. We're talking about the mirror, looking into the mirror, but we also talking about the duality of not duality. The other purpose of the mirror is to reflect.
What else is in the reflection? Even though you're sitting right there, what else is in the reflection? Okay. Some people are looking at a white wall when they're looking at the reflection. Other people are looking at their whole living room. Some people looking at their kitchen. Some people are looking literally, if they're using their iPhone, you can put up the camera and that's like a mirror, right? You're looking at whatever is in the same space as you at that moment. What else is there? Because what is there is very important, just as important as having you in the center of it. And it's a perfect picture. Like, listen, if you look at our cameras right now, it's a reflection of where we are right now, right? And the environment speaks to it. That's why I spoke about the microphone. I spoke about the RGB. You're in your shot. You got the lion. You got your chair. These elements are examples of outward expression of your internal thought.
Dude.
So even the choice, say I'm outside near a tree, that was a choice to be in that position. And you're in the center of it. You get it? Everybody needs to catch this.
They need to catch this.
You are always in the center of the position of the reflection you choose to emit.
Slow down. We got it, because this is going to be a clip. Say that again for those in the back of the stadium, those listening. That is powerful.
You are always in the center of the reflection you emit. And what you have to really pay attention to is, did I make this set up correctly? Is the background correct? Is it the image I want to perceive? So when the image goes out, it is going out properly and you don't have to apologize for where it is. Okay? We need to be responsibility of not just who we are in the mirror, but our entire environment. You hit it on the head. What Governor said, the environment speaking to you. What it's speaking is the fact that we made this particular environment to be in. And we are responsible for how it looks and how it is.
Dude, I got chills when you said that, dude. You didn't understand how powerful this is, the reflection. And you say you being in the center of that shot.
It means nobody else is responsible. Nobody else is responsible. You are responsible. Nobody brought that table in on the side over there. Nobody brought that in but you.
No.
Now, if you just move the camera slightly over, the shot's going to be off. But
Right.
who changed the angle? Who changed the angle? You did.
Right. Just that quick.
You're responsible every time. So the image that you portray, going back to the word portrayal, it's the way you want to be perceived when you are reflected. Because even though you're not standing in front of a mirror right now, when you stand in front of somebody, they're seeing the image you portray. Are you getting it? People you have to understand something here. When you get dressed inside, I'm put on a checkered shirt today. That's me making the choice. I'm in the center of this choice system. I made the decision to have this image today. Did I look in the mirror to see it? Of course I did, because I wanted to see the reflection off of what somebody else would see. And I'm in the center of it, which means I'm in full control. If I want to look like $1 million today, I'll go grab the Louis bag. I'll go grab the
chain,
$1,000 shoes. I'll go put on the $2,000 suit. I want to look like $1 million today. I'll throw on the diamonds. I'll put on the cufflinks. I'll get that good. That's the reflection I want to perceive that day. If I want to go ride my bike, am I going to use that stuff? No.
No.
Because it has a different purpose.
Right.
The reflection I want to have is now confused. If you saw me in head to toe, thousands of dollars worth of items on and riding my bike, it would look off. The reflection would not be eminent of the image I'm trying to portray. If I had a Rolls Royce outside a $200,000 house, everybody walk by and say, look, the car costs twice as much as the house. You gotta know that image portrayal is incorrect.
Correct.
It's incorrect. And think about it. See, I'm getting to a very specific point. And watch, everybody's gonna start slapping their head. They're like, okay, why did you go buy the $700 or $800 leased car when your rent is $1,500? That's wrong.
Yeah, wrong.
That's wrong. There's no balance. Your car shouldn't be nowhere near the price of your place that you live.
It shouldn't
Some
at
of
all.
you, it's about half, and that's wrong. That money's supposed to be invested in your future, not looking slick in front of people and putting the wrong portrayal of your life. When you buy things and when you keep things in your life, I could buy a $2,000 mic, but I know I'm not at that level yet.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I humble myself to the fact that at some point I may get there. It took 20 years of buying microphones to say this $250 microphone is the microphone for me at this moment.
Mm-hmm.
We know the SM7B microphone is $400. That might be the next level if we so choose.
Right.
But what I'm saying is, at this level, this is where we believe that's the lane I'm supposed to be in. Okay? And that's what we talk about. We say the YouTube streams, everything. The reason why people posing the whole fake it till you make it is because they never make it. Because they're always chasing what other people want the reflection to look like instead of you deciding what the reflection should look like.
So the thing is, are you chasing someone else's image, or are you actually emanating the right image of who you are? Are you actually chasing an image that someone created, or are you emanating the right image of who you are in the shot? And I think I sort of got out of my shot sort of quick. But are you emanating the right image? Many people, and I've been guilty of it, have chased after other people's image of what I think I should do, or what I should be, or what and shouldn't do, and how I should be at. But I neglected the image of who I truly am on the inside of me.
You're doing yourself an injustice by not being your own authentic, stamped self. We do ourselves an injustice by trying to chase the image that other people say we're supposed to be.
Mm.
When you take critiques and when somebody comes at you and say, "Oh, you should try this," you take it with a grain of salt. And, you're just supposed to process that information along with what data you already have about yourself. And you can make a conscious decision after you've already evaluated where you belong personally. You don't just switch up because somebody tells you to do it. Oh, you should wear, pink. Pink looks good on you. Oh, okay. Well, I'll take that under advisement. Thank you for the suggestion, and keep it moving. You're not going to run in the mirror and say, "I got to buy all pink shirts now." No, it's
Pink shirts now. Pink
that's not
Panther.
the point. The point is maybe one of my shirts might be salmon in the future. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Guys don't want to hear the word pink, so they say salmon.
Yeah. We're in salmon now, mauve, whatever. So
see, the whole point is you took a suggestion. That didn't become your nature.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And it's based on, remember, every idea somebody has based on their own experience, not yours.
Right. It's always filtered through that. And we miss it. That's why we want you to look into the mirror and really find you. You got to listen to the end today as you hear the story I'm going to tell at the end of this broadcast. You got to look in the mirror and truly find you, and then reflect. What was the other word you used? Reflect and to project.
Yeah. Emit
the right image of who you are.
The Hubble telescope was built. It was billions of dollars to build this thing, right? And then it broke, right? The thing broke. Mm-hmm. It was showing us far off galaxies using a mirror. Okay, that's why I brought it up. Everybody says, "Oh, he's going all over the place." No, the Hubble telescope is a big mirror. Okay. And what they did to fix the mirror, because it was manufactured, and then it was manufactured incorrectly. The one lens that was put on there was put on incorrectly, and it was not correct. So instead of destroying the whole lens, what they did was they put a piece of glass on top of it. The same way if you would have gotten glasses like a bifocal.
Mm-hmm.
They put a piece of glass to correct the original glass. Some of us have gotten LASIK surgery. Some of us have gotten, reading glasses. Some of us actually have to have permanent glasses that they wear all day and all night. It changes the original perception, but did it change it for good? We don't know. In the case of the Hubble telescope, it was to correct a multi-billion-dollar problem. And now what was not functional is functional. Some of you need to put on your glasses. So when you look in the mirror, you get the correct image back, because what you're looking at now with the naked eye doesn't have the level of response that you're supposed to be having without them.
They better catch this, man. And I wear glasses, so you're right. It's certain things I can see and cannot see with my glasses.
It's true, but you gotta have glasses in the mind.
That's it.
If you knew in the mind that you need to focus on certain things, you would then put on your glasses to focus on the areas where you need improvement.
So you
this.
So some people need to go to a mental optometrician. Did I say that right?
A mental optometrician, a person that's going to hold up a mental magnifying glass
and
focus in on
where you need adjustment. It's funny because they put the things on. Can you see that number? Can you see? Okay, what does that say? Read that line. A, B, C, F, J, K, T, V. Okay, read the next line. 1, 4. Do you see the light blinking over here? Yeah, I see the light over here. Do you understand that same thing that takes place when you go to see the doctor, see the eyeglass doctor, is what needs to happen to you?
It's that
on the mental level.
It's the fine tuning.
Right.
The focal area. And if you just paid attention to certain areas that were not brushed up in your subconscious, in your actual thinking process, you would have the answers that you were looking for, because it won't be cloudy anymore. It won't look out of focus. It'll have clarity and sharpness that we're looking for in the answers we're trying to get.
Right. The mirror. Someone needs to get their adjustment even today. We gave a treatment yesterday. To adjust someone's mirror, to adjust someone's vision of themselves when they look into the mirror. Because some maybe possibility that the mirror is not at fault, is what you're seeing when you look in the mirror is at fault.
Yeah.
Let me say that again. Maybe the mirror is perfect, but when you look in the mirror, your eyes have not been adjusted correctly to see the correct image of who you are. And most likely 9 out of 10 times, you have not seen the correct image of who you are for real. If you had a glimpse who you are mentally, even spiritually, and on a physical level, it would change how you emit who you are and how you deal on this earth, and who shows up in your shot.
It's true. Are you in the mental dark room? In the mental dark room, things are reversed. You're looking at the negative. But the more you look at those negatives, you turn it into positive situations. That's, if we're talking about images and pictures and mirrors, I mean, it's such a good analogy to see that all this requires work. All this requires your paid attention. And if you actually put the right attention toward your image, the image that comes out of the mirror, look at it with your glasses and get focused in on the answer, you become the next level of you. And you won't be asking for the answer anymore. People will be handing it to you.
Whoa. You won't be asking for the next level. people will be handing it to you. Somebody need to write that in the chat room because that's for someone. This still talking about character development in the game. You won't be asking for the next level. People will be handing it to you. Shout out to Tara. I see you in the chat room. Let me say that again. You won't be asking for the next level. People will be giving it to you. Instead of you saying, give me, they'll say, when are you ready to receive it? It goes to the principal. When the teacher is ready, what? The student will appear. But when the student is ready, the what? The teacher will appear. The principal works no matter what, whether you like it or not. So you got to think about it. Are you seeing correctly? Are you seeing correctly of who you are so you don't have to ask for the next level? Well, people begin to give. What do you say? Give. People begin to hand it to you. Y'all need to catch that. You won't be asking for the next level. People will be handing it to you. You won't be asking for the next level. People will be giving it to you. Do you understand that? It's almost going to seem like it's unreal to some people if they were to catch this part right here.
Yeah, it's not far away. A lot of people think this concept is so far away they can't grasp it. It's right here. It's right here. It's right in front of you. It's not far away. This background that you see behind me, it's an illusion. It looks far away, right?
Right.
I've done this several times just so you could get it. But in this particular teaching, I want you to get it. Look, I just turned it off. It's an illusion. It's an illusion. It's my perceived reflection that I wanted to give you. It's an illusion. And when I turn it on,
boom,
I give it depth of field. You see? And that's what you have to do sometimes when you're talking to people. You have to give them the perceived depth of field so that you can get the perceived response.
So what we're saying, wait a minute. So what you're saying is when people begin to do the mirror work,
I don't want you to pay attention to the light. I don't want you to pay attention to the mic. I want you to pay attention to me. You see?
Right.
If I turn this off, these things become more focused and in view, and you may not pay as much attention to me.
Right.
So I want to focus the attention on me.
That's it. Please catch what we're saying. Oh, this is going to be chopped up, man. I got work to do tonight. I guess I won't be going to bed at 3 o'clock tonight. I got a lot of chopping up to do. I still got to do chopping up from yesterday.
It's not work when you love it.
Oh, it sure is. I was having fun. So you guys got to understand. Please understand when character development in the game is always about working on you. In the classical place, the most prominent place you can start at is in the mirror. In the mirror. Michael Jackson then gave y'all the clue. He said, I need to start working on the man in the mirror. He's trying to give you the clue. Shout out to Fierce Old. Back to the dentist chair again in the dentist class. Wow. You're getting that work done. Shout out to you for that super chat right there. $1.99. Appreciate that. Telling you, appreciate that. I want you guys to really understand the mirror and get the story I'm going to give in a few minutes on what happened when I was a teenager going from, I think it was going to junior high school to high school. Something happened. And once I shared this technique, you guys got to do it. You understand why the homework assignment was yesterday for you to say, I love you, for you to say, I forgive you, for you to accept you, for you to thank yourself or to thank yourself in the mirror. It's going to make sense at the end of the broadcast when I tell the story. But back to what we were saying, the mirror may not be at fault, but your vision of how you look in the mirror needs to be adjusted. And I think a lot of times, because you have not adjusted what you've seen in the mirror, you have a problem. You have a problem recognizing the reflection that's emanating from the mirror.
It's true. It's true. Like we said, some people don't even know the mirror is broken. Some people don't even know there's something wrong with the mirror.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Some of you got out the shower, the mirror's all foggy, right? And you still try to get ready with the foggy mirror.
All right.
How can you fix you if your reflection doesn't look correct?
How can you fix you if your reflection is not correct?
It's not even the way you're trying to perceive it. It looks foggy. You haven't even wiped away. You know what you're wiping away when you wipe down the mirror to get the clear image? You're wiping away all of the strife, all of the past, all of your issues with your current situation. You're wiping it clean so you can see exactly what you're supposed to be working on. You know what? I gotta thank the universe, thank God. He gave us such a clear image to see how to fix what we are looking at. You just need to wipe away. Wipe it away.
So John, just a question in the chat room. What's in your mirror that's fogging your image?
You get that?
What's in your mirror, not mine, because it's easy to point out somebody else's mirror, but what's in your mirror that's fogging the image of who you really are? Oh, this is character development in the game. What's in your mirror that's fogging you're trying to see the image of who you really are?
Why you still got the hot water on? You're messing up the image. It's burning your whole situation. It's messing up the whole plan of trying to fix your image. You got the hot water on in the small bathroom.
Steam everywhere.
You're trying to do too much at the same time.
Somebody who's watching this mirror is fogged up, and they think they're seeing themselves in the correct way. You gave some examples of what that fog may be: hurt, disappointment, guilt, lack of love, where's the mate? So many things that are fogging your mirror that is stopping you from seeing who you really are. Next clip.
Some of you applied the Windex, which is supposed to be cleaning the mirror. Some of you put something in place, a tool, an idea that somebody told you, maybe something that you learned from the thinking class. You applied it to the mirror, but you haven't started cleaning yet. So now the mirror is even more cloudy right now. Sometimes when you apply the cleaning agent, the mirror gets more cloudy because you haven't put in the work to clean it.
I'm gonna tell you something else. Maybe
you think they catching this one?
I hope they catch this, because I'll call something else that's causing the mirror to get cloggy.
Sometimes what you're cleaning with will make it cloudy until you start putting the work in.
And one thing that could be clogging, or even with the agent on there, when you do like this, your own breath is fogging your mirror. It's your own breath, your own essence,
your own hot air.
Yeah, hot air.
Think about it. Maybe that's the right word.
Hot air.
Because we associate hot air with BS.
Right.
It's your own hot air fogging up the mirror. Maybe that's why you can't see. Let's move it to the windshield, right? How come we turn on the defroster to get the windshield clear so we can see better through it and not kill ourselves driving, right? But sometimes it's the own heat coming off the body that fogs up the mirror on the inside. Sometimes it's your own hot air. Is it the truth or is it a bunch of hot air? That's what I'm trying to get you to see.
Woo. And we know we call hot air. We say BS. Your own bull sugar honey iced tea. Since we on Facebook now.
Some of y'all are so close to the mirror. That's why it's fogging up the mirror. You ain't back up to see the reflection. You're just trying to be as close to the mirror as possible. Can you really see your reflection if you're too close?
You can't.
You can't. All you're gonna get is a bunch of foggy mess.
Right.
You have to back up so you can see the whole image. And some of you are only focused on your face. Some of you are only focused on this, maybe you got a little mole on the side here. Some of you are focused on the smallest thing when you're a whole package. And if you just back up and wipe the mirror down properly, you'll see everything. And then you'll know where the whole package has truth.
There you go.
They're getting it.
There we go.
Getting it.
Your own breath is clogging the mirror. Your inner self is hindering how you perceive yourself. Do they understand this, Jono?
This is deep. This is beyond deep. I'm telling you, we fathoms down in the ocean right now. We're deep unto deep.
I got a lot. Y'all giving me too much. Y'all giving me a lot of work tonight. I got a lot of cutting to do tonight.
This could end up being clip after clip after clip.
And I haven't finished yesterday.
Telling you, that's why we talked about this. These broadcasts might be too long.
Yeah, they are. Got to cut them up because there's so much giving in and it's so much dealing. Like today, we're dealing with the character development in the game. If they were to digest this, oh my God.
And it all fits like a puzzle with everything we've been talking about.
Your own breath. Let me read what he said again, True Sabbath. That's good. Your own breath is clogging the mirror. Your inner self is hindering how you perceive yourself.
That sums it all up.
Do you understand? Y'all need to get some likes up on Facebook. I know y'all watching over there like, ooh, wait a minute. I thought they're going to be talking about the game and, 10 toes down and alligators. Baby, we past that level.
You want to get in your next good situation where you meet the girl and it's a perfect alignment with you dating and getting happy in relationship and everything. You want to get into a situation like that? Get your reflection showing the right thing, and you'll attract with that reflection the right person. Some of the reasons why you don't have it right relationship wise, which is literally the outside of yourself, is because the inside is not right. You haven't worked on the inside. You haven't addressed the image. As MJ says, you haven't changed your ways, right? You haven't talked to the man in the mirror, and you haven't changed your ways. You're still doing the same thing, and every excuse or every reason that you rationalized your results is based on an outside force. And guess what? You're going to be the same person. You will keep attracting the same girl. She's going to have a different dress on. She's going to have a different face color. She's going to have a different height. She's going to have different size behind, different size front. And guess what? It's going to be the same person every time.
Every time. Because it's you.
It's version of you that won't change.
Right. You won't change. People are often in such a rush to reach their destination that they're too impatient to allow the windshield to defrost. I am guilty of that. Jesus Christ, I'm guilty of that.
What about when it's winter and you got the snow on the windshield? You're not even gonna take the time to de-ice the windshield. We talked about the crack in the windshield yesterday. Some of y'all leave the crack in there, and then when the ice comes, you start scraping the ice, and there go it all. The crack spreads across the whole windshield. There's the $900. There's the $1,600. Some of y'all want to deal with the ice
Mm.
or the cold, hard truth on your windshield.
Yeah, I did that, man. You scrape the ice, you get the thing, you got the little, you try to drive like this, trying to look through.
Those wipers were never meant to push ice around.
Nah.
But you sitting there trying to make it do that.
Right.
Because you're lazy.
Right.
You're lazy. You would rather put another tool to do the job that you're supposed to do, or just be patient and wait. Let the defroster do its job. No, you want the windshield wipers to do
the job
of the scraping. Come on. This is how you live? And it sounds petty. Sounds petty Roosevelt. But you know what? I'll tell you this. If you let stuff like that go by, I can imagine what you let go by in your finances. I can imagine what you let go by in relationships. I can imagine what you let go by at your job. I can imagine what happens to you when you literally become Mr. Lazy.
Sigma, you're right on the money, dude. That's it. You got to understand. We have dug so deep. I got to tell the story, right?
Yeah.
We have dug so deep into this, and I don't want to make sure we go past a certain, because I got a lot of cutting to do today. But this is good. Ooh, there you go.
Some of y'all scraping at the wrong time.
Oh, whoa.
Some of y'all didn't know. Just take a little salt, throw it up on the windshield. Let the salt do the work. Then take the defroster, let the defroster melt it from underneath. Then, after a couple minutes, if you just give it some darn time, the scraper's gonna work. But y'all in a rush because you ain't even planned your day out properly. You got to get out the door, and you didn't even leave yourself 15 more minutes to get the car going. That's the problem. You did not prepare for a day. Now, all your tools have to suffer. All your transport methods have to suffer because you didn't plan a day.
That's it, 100%.
You needed to set alarm because you stayed up too late watching the wrong YouTube videos.
Uh-oh. Do you understand what we're getting at? It's the song we used to sing in church. It's not my mother, not my brother, not my sister. It's not anyone. It is me. We're dealing with you. You want your character developed in the game, you need to go back and re-listen to this, because there's so much shared in this about getting the mirror correct, getting the defrost off, getting the clog off. And it has nothing to do with anyone else. The problem is, I'm going to tell you what one of the problem is. I'm going to get into the story in a minute. One of the biggest problem is, can't nobody tell me about my mirror. You can't tell me about my mirror because you think nothing is wrong with your mirror. You miss it. They miss it. So you guys ready for the story? Let me know in the chat room. Put a number 2 in the chat room. Let me know you're ready for the story. It happened in junior high school. This actually sort of ties into this. Are you ready? Put a number 2 in the chat room. You on Facebook or Instagram or wherever they are. There we go. For the story what happened in junior high school. All right. What's going on, young Crispy? All right. Number 2, you want that. I need one more number 2 to let me know that y'all ready for the story what happened in junior high school. It's going to apply to what we're talking about. One more. I need one more person to do a number 2. Because I know you're watching. Here we go. So back in junior high school, I was preparing to go to high school. My father had read a particular book. I cannot think of the name of the book. There it is. Thank you, Blake. I appreciate it. Thank you, CJ. Good to see you back again today. Everett, good to see you. Good to see you. Good to see everybody. Welcome to everybody. Welcome the people to the thinking class. CJ, Young Crispy, Everett. Welcome everyone welcome these guys into the thinking class. I'm going to share this story. So back when I was in junior high school, I was preparing to go to high school, and that was that summer before going. Man, I was completely nervous because now I'm going to high school, and our class at the time, I think, was 200 plus kids just in the 9th grade, let alone all the other grades that were there. And so my father had read a particular book, and somehow I became the test person to test out the principles in the book. And so what he did was he said, son, what I want you to do is I want you to go every morning and look in the mirror and tell yourself that you're on the honor roll and merit roll when you brush your teeth. When you go at night, when you brush your teeth, just simply say, you're going to make honor roll, merit roll. It's going to be easy. And that's it. I said, what? I'm a kid, I'm breakdancing and Jerry curl trying to figure out what's going on. I said, you want me to do that, Dad? I said, I just want you to do this and see what happens. So summertime, we got to school, everybody. I didn't even have a summer job. I don't think. I was working with my grandfather. And so I ended up doing that every day before, in the morning and the nighttime. So I did it midway through summer. And then after that, man, life happens. You forget about it. Here comes 9th grade. I'm walking through the door. I'm getting there. My locker is on the first floor by the NPR room, multi-purpose room. During that time, the song was, the Kentucky Fried Chicken thing was, don't be a buckethead. And so I was, everybody slapped me on the head. No, you a buckethead. Because that was what they called 9th graders. So I ended up going to my math class and going to my other classes in English, Miss Kruger and Miss Hardy. See, it's funny, I remember all these names. And when that first report card came out, do you know what I got? I ended up getting merit roll. First report card, I end up getting merit roll. The next report card, I think I got honor roll, and then I went back to the next one and I got merit roll. I didn't even think about it. It was so effortlessly, it took place. I'm like, wait a minute. I said, maybe I'm scared because I'm here or whatever the case may be. I end up getting, and then I took classes with upperclassmen. I took biology, I think, the first year. And I'm saying, wait a minute. I thought about it. I'm a 9th grader. I'm tracing them back. My dad told me to look in the mirror and say these things, and I thought he was playing. But on the strength on my dad's authority, I believed him to do this. I ended up making honor roll and merit roll.
You spoke it into its existence, and you did it through the reflection that you already had perceived. How powerful that is?
Do they catch it?
It's a perfect story that goes along with what we talk about today.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Yeah.
You spoke it into existence, and it worked.
It worked. Dude, when I looked at that report card, I'm like, everybody, everybody said, what you got on your report card? You're going to get in trouble. You're going to flunk. I look, man, I'm like, I'm on merit roll. Merit roll. Next one, I was on honor roll. And then I was taking upperclassmen biology. So I'm telling you, if you go back and listen to what we're saying, I'm going to break you go back and listen to what we're talking about. I'm not talking something that I have not experienced. That was back in 1985-4. That I actually participated and actually did this. Unknowingly as a kid.
But it was preparing the day, because how did you even know, even this many years later, that you'll be teaching on the same thing? There's no
I didn't
mistake.
know. I didn't know. I didn't know. I didn't know. I had no clue at all.
See how wonderful this works? You were given the example, and in this many years later, you get to teach on it and be a reflection for your entire audience.
Powerful. Did that story resonate with you? Let me know in the chat room. Did that story resonate with you in the chat room? I think we write it at 1:30. That's what I'm right where we need to be at. Did that story resonate with you in the chat room? And I have the number for the day. Oh, no. CJ's new. CJ, if the story resonated with you, let us know in the chat room. And CJ, I want you to give us the number for the day. This is your second or third day, and you might have been watching the clouds. Give us the first number to come to mind. Don't try to overthink it. Just, hey, this is the number.
I got to dip out for a second.
All right. Give the first number to come to mind. Resonate deeply. Good. I'm glad you guys got it. Indeed. Good. CJ, the first number that comes to mind, first number that you come to mind. There you go. I think good. Okay. Good. There we go. Is that Cloud Watcher? Salute. 1-4, but I'll be the one first to put it. Oh, yeah, you beat me to the number. 145. There we go. 1. I think that number came up before, so it must be a reason. There must be a reason why this is coming up. 145. It's a reason it's coming up. Did I put it in there? Yes, I did. That number is coming up. Let me see why that number is coming up again. Someone get the number on 145 and see what that angel is saying. Then we're gonna go. Jonathan W. I seen what you wrote earlier. You're right. I'm gonna put it in bite size. And we're back on Facebook. He said, Sharice, you're up. So I give me what the angel number 145 is. Oh my God. Wow. I'm looking at it. It is yeah. Let's see what this angel number is saying right now. There's so many things. I'm getting multiple things. Someone give me the meaning of the angel number 145 interpretation. Then we're going to go ahead and go. There we go. And Rain and Womb came in. So let's read both of them. Angel number 145 brings a message from your angel that some change are coming that you have to bring about through your affirmations and positive and optimistic thought pattern. Dude, we can't make this up. Angel means your angel's putting your effort towards the thing in your life that embraces and enhances you truly. Come on. There it is. There it is. Look. Both, what both said. Brings a message from your angel that some changes are coming that you have to bring about through your affirmation, positive and optimistic thought pattern. Wow. Come on. You can't make this up. And then look. The angel number 145 mentions that your angel's putting your efforts towards the thing in your life that embraces and enhances who you are truly. Can we make this up? We can't make this up. Wow. This resonates completely. This is it. You cannot look. Do you see it, John? Look at this. I'm going to read it again for John. Angel number 145. Yeah, look what it says.
Look at that.
Some changes are coming to you to bring about through your affirmation, positive and optimistic through patterns.
Look at that. Come on.
And then look at this. Message your angels put your effort towards the things in your life that you embrace and enhance who you truly are. If I had a drink, I would have been like, that one for the angel. Can you make this up? You cannot make this up.
About mirrors and glass, I just got off the phone about applying tint to a $400,000 car. You can't make this stuff up.
Dude.
We didn't even talk about the UV light rating and unseen things coming through. Oh my God.
There's so much to them.
It's what? It's 105. Look at that.
We gotta go. Yeah. Also, through hard work and effort, you have earned your just rewards. Expect great things to be great things, and be grateful and appreciative of the thing of them they arrive in your life. Come on. Where else do you see where you get game, spirituality, and an angel talks every day? We trouble the water, and an angel go every day.
It was like a puzzle.
There's no way. And I asked him just what? I asked him, say he had the number. Complete congruent spiritual connection in class today. Blessings, everyone. Wow and wow. So, and saying that was something I'm supposed to do. I forgot what I did. I said the story. The angel showed up. What? Something else. What? Oh, it's time to go. There's nothing else need to be said. I want to thank Jonathan W. I think a couple days back you gave something on Cash App. I appreciate that. I just want to make sure I acknowledge everyone who gives. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. This is the thinking class. When spirituality and the game collides, you have the thinking class. And if you don't get it, it is your own fault. I'm just keeping it real. And this is truly the thinking class. The sisters of the thinking class have spoken. Let me say something. I'm going to say this. We got to go. I got to say this in less than a minute.
The sisters.
Let me say this. I appreciate all the women who come through and support the thinking class. Do you understand the balance of energy that takes place with the woman and the man? I see that's another teaching. Do you understand the balance of energy that takes place when the female is in place and the male is in place? Then you have what we call manifestation.
Exactly, because there is balance in the universe. That's how you get the total thought from both perspectives.
What's going on, bro? Still got me thinking about that chicken down in Atlanta. I'm going to make another trip. Let me say that again. Do you understand? We appreciate the women in here and the men, because what happens is we have a lot of that are out of balance. But true manifestation happens is when the yin and the yang come into sync and work together. But that's, man, you want me to start teaching again. I feel it coming up, but we got to go, man. We got to go. Man. I feel it. We got to go. I got to cut the camera off. Music. We out of here. Man, I feel this one, man. I got to cut all these clips up, man. I got my work cut out.
And then you got Upgrade Friday now?
Oh, Upgrade Friday's tomorrow. Oh, my freaking God. Man, I don't think they even know what they just walked into.
Walked into a room with a new reflection.
Tinted windows, baby. They ain't ready for this. Dude, tomorrow, Upgrade Friday. People get to come up. Peace to the family. This teaching this got me. I'm got to do a lot of cutting today.
It's gonna be worth it.
It's worth it. Shout out to John the W. I seen what you wrote earlier. I appreciate that. You on the next level. We out of here. Peace.